Hi everyone. Uh, Today I have not come with any story, but something important as how cognitive development takes place through storytelling or reading, in fact, writing and listening, because it helps your creative brain, that is cognitive brain, to develop. Like, see, I'll show you something, but I'll tell you the story at the end. This is a bookmark that I have made, a creative. I used my brain, the cognitive brain, and it came gradually. You can see something else here. Think. So it's a dance form, an Indian dance form, and different colors. So first I'll begin with important theory, that is cognitive development is the study of child's neurological and psychological development. It's basically the development of brain. The theory of cognitive development was established by a renowned Swiss psychologist, Jean Piaget. And the art of, okay, now what is art of storytelling, and how it is important for a kid's cognitive development. So the art of storytelling is an important, interesting, informative and entertaining tradition of several cultures. Yes, so every culture has something new or different stories to tell according to their culture. Like Indian culture has some stories, Roman culture has stories. I have told you about the Roman culture story, that is about Hercules and the golden apples. Our story, mythology, so there are different things every culture has to tell, and we learn different language, words, vocabularies. So even reading of storybooks, exchanging of anecdotals, listening and sharing different ideas open up another beautiful way of stories, different world. Storytelling is a performance that needs imagination, energy, vocabulary, details, description, and characters. These are very important. And when we think about this, when we write or speak about, our brain develops, the different portion that develops in brain. And when we perform, our different portion of the body works. So psychomotor, motor and psychomotor development takes place. When inculcating this habit of storytelling, listening, reading helps in improving their expressive language skills like diction, pronunciation, voice modulation, pausing, and stressing. So I think so. If you have seen movies, even Disney movies, princess movies, imagination movies, mm, in school you have children performing on the in those theaters. So when they have to laugh, they laugh loudly. When they're angry, they have to show that anger. When they're sad, they have to show that sadness. So different expressions helps you to express yourself. Confidence is built. And finally you're able to express. There's so many things working in your brain, and sometimes you're not able to say in a normal way. So through stories, either you write or speak or tell, helps you to let out those things, making you a more balanced person. It helps us to make or I can say make up their own imaginative story. It's not only we are narrating or performing others' stories, but we do our own. We think of our own stories and perform and write. So these helps in problem solving, openness of new ideas, out of the box thinking, different role plays. Like different role plays, when we used to play that house games, or like house games or doctor. So there you are learning, like doctor, someone has got injured, so they put bandage, they use Dettol or some antiseptic. So that is different life skills you are learning. And role play, ghar ghar, or means a household play. So when you have to cook, different ingredients are needed, you need utensils and what kind of utensils, how to cook that food. That is also life skill and role play. This further helps in effective reading, writing, and expressing your stories, ideas, and views. Many parents are a bit worried how to improve low concentration and motivate their children. So, children who have low concentration or motivation tend to listen more to stories, read, write, and work through the ideas that they have. Because these children, they don't know how to what to do, how to understand things. That's why it becomes difficult for them to concentrate. So here, when they read different kinds of story about different people, personalities, and get inspired, this helps in motivating them to think differently and learn whatever they are learning, either in school or when they are outside in the school, outside of school. So, stories develop language, the skillful blending of words develop, naturally improves comprehension, vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and the deeper meaning. Every story has something more to explain or tell. Like if I tell about Abraham Lincoln, so when a child reads about Abraham Lincoln, he or she is learning the different culture that exists away from their country. Also, different social issues are there, how every child is not privileged, the different struggle time, and how through struggles and finally they reach to an apex of success. This motivates them as well as make them more competitive to fight out their own problems and learn things. And basically there's something more important, that is four important things that a kid learn, that is communication, collaboration, creative, and critical thinking. Critical thinking is really important. How cognition is happening, so it develops sensitive tools. There's so many sensitive things that a child or even elders have to understand, think, and then speak or write. Helps to conceptualize their applicability, bring in bridging the gap between imagination and the real world. So if you are writing fiction, it's good, fantasy, it's fine, but if you want to write something real, so fantasy, fiction, reality, you are mixing everything and trying to put down that could be helpful for human existence. And before ending, because I have kept the session very small, just concentrated, strained the important portion. Before, stories had no categories, or they were not never thought for children. It was just said. And now what we see, stories are divided according to children's age group. You have storybooks or authors or storytellers telling stories for primary, for pre-primary, for higher, like secondary, senior secondary, college students, because every age according to their age, child develops their brain, language, development. Like if I speak about dinosaurs, okay, so dinosaurs, if we are in pre-primary, we'll just tell them the basic, they show them the photos and tell them basic about dinosaurs, how they looked, how horrifying they were, and we may say some poems so that they have that psychomotor development and motor development. When we'll come for primary, it would be photos, like pictures, as well as names of the dinosaurs, because names are complex with those spelling. Then senior secondary and higher secondary, so it would be more scientific. Where did they how did dinosaur extinct, or what are the scientific names, what's carnivorous, omnivorous, sea dinosaurs. And when we go higher, so it becomes a research work about dinosaurs, and accordingly. So we develop stories or tell stories according to children's age group now. So we are privileged, we are living in a privileged century and era. So I made a bookmark from a transparent plastic, and I love sea. So children can learn maths we can ask them to count like how many pink papers are there, how many green papers are there, and calculate them together and tell what's the total numbers of paper cuttings there. So it becomes interesting now. Craft work and artwork and story, like we can say there was a blue sea, there was a seashell, there were glittering sand, and lived a mermaid in it. So here you are developing language, maths, skills that you want a kid to learn. Accordingly, you can tell a story, or simply a fantasy story. There was a seashell, it had a pearl, the seashell was speaking to the pearl. And something serious like it's an Indian dance form. Where is it from? How is it? What are the steps that includes in this dance form? So today, this is something important that I wanted to tell you through this session. And next time, definitely I'm going to come up with story, artwork, and it's not only art and craft work. In fact, music, dance, sports, these are also creative form that helps in a child's development. So love your child, and whatever they love to, help them to do that. Do keep watching my channel, Colorful Story Mind. I'm going to come up with stories and different art and knowledgeable works so that children may learn more. So do love, like, subscribe my channel, Colorful Story Mind. Till then, bye.